back to Cape Chronicle. I'm Mike Renick, here to tell us about his time with River Radio. Being a personality in Cape Girardeau is Darren Burgfeld. Welcome, Darren.
Thanks, Mike. Good to be here.
Yeah, good to have you here. All right, so you have been on the airwaves with River Radio for, is it going
6
on?
years.
6 years?
Yeah, 6 years, like right now.
Like
we
right
just hit
now.
that anniversary.
And you have a couple different shows that you do, a couple different stations that you're on.
Yes, I do the morning show from 6 to 10 a.m. weekdays on Real Rock 99.3. And then I do the midday show from 10 to 2 on our hit station 93.9 Mike FM.
So what, I know a lot of people know you from the area. You've performed in bands and you are involved in a lot of different things. But where'd the radio itch come from for you?
It was actually one of the first jobs I ever had. I was still in high school when I started in radio at a tiny little AM gospel station in Jackson, KUGT. And I was there for a little while, stuck with them for a while, but shortly after high school, I ended up going to work for a station that was in the mall at the time called Y105, which has changed over the years and evolved. But it was owned by the Withers Group, and they were the ones that owned KGMO. So here I transitioned into that and kind of did that through college, and then broke free from radio and did a whole bunch of other things. And then the fates turned into a point where I needed to find another position, and there was a spot open in radio. And so we danced the dance and ended up. It was a great place to land. I love working there.
So morning show on Real Rock. Are you a morning person?
I know I wasn't going into this, and I was a little nervous when I had to start, getting up at the pre-crack of dawn and, get my day going. But it was a quick transition, and now I wouldn't have it any other way. I love getting up early, getting my day rolling, and having the whole day ahead of me to accomplish stuff.
So what goes into the prep for a radio show and a morning show specifically?
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it's depending on the station, your listening group, and who you're trying to talk to. A lot of it, I think, is just keeping up with local events is an important thing. So you've got things to talk about, or hey, this happened this weekend. Were you guys there? Or a rock show that we helped sponsor, or whatever the case might be. A lot of that. Keeping up with popular culture, and again, depending on the station, Real Rock's not real big on Taylor Swift's new album necessarily, so we don't have to keep tabs on all of that. But just staying in tune with the world and being relatable to the listener. So for me, it's just, hey, I know you're up early, you're probably heading to work, or taking the kids to school, and just kind of relaying the message to fit the vibe of where we're at.
I mentioned it's obvious that you are involved in a lot of different organizations and volunteer a lot. Radio kind of lends itself to that, does it not?
Yes, for sure. That has been really a key to my staying involved in the community, because we get to be that voice for those community organizations, and we're fortunate at River Radio. We have a lot of people with big hearts, yourself included, and we're able to take a community organization and lift them up through, whether it's the audio media that we are used to with radio, or through the digital stuff and doing Facebook Lives and video work. Being able to take that, be that voice, that extra little pedestal that they can jump on to promote those events, and really that just turns back into a better community.
You mentioned the Facebook Live and the audio. I mean, it's really evolved from like your high school days
yes.
To it's really a multimedia type of atmosphere
yes.
currently in the broadcast world.
Absolutely. Just earlier today, had an interview with a guy who's teaching the pumpkin carving classes with the Arts Council here in town. That's a good example of a way we can use that to kind of prop up something the Arts Council is doing that's fun and it's seasonal here with us creeping up on Halloween, and just kind of a lot of fun to be able to do that with them. And that gives us another platform. And the nice thing about it is, you hear us on air, you may not hear that message again that day, depending on what we talk about. But on those video editions of Facebook Lives and YouTube and so forth, those are kind of evergreen. And so we can then take that, share that out on our personal profiles. They can take it and spread the word. And it really gets that rebounding effect down the road.
I know there's a segment you do called Humans in Tune.
Mm-hmm.
How did that get started?
So that was just kind of an evolution of wanting to do some candid chats with people from all walks of life. Those have been local people. Those have been people from all over the country. They've been motivators. They've been circus ringmasters. They've been pumpkin carvers. So it's just a broad spectrum of humans. It's kind of a bridge off of the Humans in Cape project that we started 6 years ago or so that's kind of been on hiatus, and kind of attuned back into that. But really, it's just a reminder that there are so many unique people out there, so many great stories to hear, and just being able to share those. And maybe there's a takeaway there that, hey, you know, I was in a similar situation and it was a tragedy. I got out of it. You got out of it. I can do that too, kind of a thing. So, yeah.
And is that something that is heard, you know, on one of the stations? Is it in a podcast form, or how is something like that accessible?
Right. So I usually do these on a Facebook Live. It'll be on the Real Rock Facebook page, the 93.9 Mike FM page, and then my personal page. And then after the fact, if it's a live interview, after that, then I pull that off and rebroadcast that in our podcast for the station as well. So then folks can go to the website, to the station websites, and watch them there. They can hit Spotify, Apple Music, whatever podcast software they're using, YouTube and so forth, and be able to watch the broadcast there as well.
Wherever you find your podcasts.
Yep, that's it. Search Humans in Tune.
That's there.
That's it.
I mentioned some other things. I know over the last couple of years, Cape Catfish. That's been a big part of your summer as well.
Yep.
How did that? If you go to the stadium, your voice is heard. So how did that get started for you?
That was kind of sprouted out of the Smokin' Brothers Indoor Barbecue Festival. Glenn Campbell, the president of the Catfish, was there, and he liked what I was doing on stage there, which it's always fun for me, especially when I'm surrounded by barbecue. But he just approached me and said, hey, would you be interested in being the voice of the Catfish for the summer? And this was a few years back, and I love baseball. We were going to Catfish games anyway just because it was fun to watch, and it's got that old school local vibe, right? So jumped in at the chance and have been in the seat ever since.
And what, a championship this
Prospect League champs this year, that's right. And matter of fact, we are going to be ordering rings for those who are
Nice.
on the crew and the team and so forth. So, yeah, we get a little memento from the day.
So you do like baseball?
I do.
You
Yeah,
do.
I'm a baseball fan for sure.
And then I know SEMO Athletics as well, voice of the stadium
Yeah,
and football
I think
games
I've done
and
just about everything
volleyball.
but track and field at this point.
Really?
So, yeah.
Yeah.
And tennis. I think I still have tennis, but nobody really wants me to talk at tennis. So.
Yeah, probably not a good idea.
Yeah.
But you like those things.
I do, and my alma mater is SEMO. I'm an alumnus of SEMO, and I got a kind of a passion for the Red Hawks. We love them. We love supporting the local university, and it's a way for me to kind of get in behind the scenes, have some fun, get to know the players, and honestly, it gives me a lot of hope for the future working with SEMO students that they've got working in those teams for marketing and all of the broadcast that goes on for the games. Man, some bright kids coming up through there. It's awesome to see.
Do you get to pay attention to the games? I mean, I know maybe it's a dumb
you
question,
try to.
but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as PA, we're not play-by-play, right? So we're not doing the whole broadcast like they do on the radio with Eric and so forth. But yeah, you got to pay attention. Football, you got to pay attention to what players got the carry, so you can call out the numbers and so forth. And same with volleyball, and I love volleyball too. So daughter plays, and we're pretty passionate about that. So, but yeah, you definitely are paying attention to the game and keeping up with the pace.
Well, Darren, we are out of time. Appreciate your time.
Yeah, thanks, Mike.
Thanks for all that you do for River Radio and for the community.
Appreciate it.
Darren Burgfeld. Stick